Hey everybody! There has been a 7.0 earthquake off of California. Ring, ring, ring. 7.0 offshore Northern California. We're going to check out locations, check out news, and see everything we can see here. Let me make sure I've got this live and that y'all are not getting double of me talking. So let me make sure I got everything good here to go. Oops, there we go. Let me make sure I am sharing this out places. Checking stuff real quick. See if we can get enough information in. Alright, so as we're looking here, we got a 7.0 off of California. Let's go look at seismic data here. So we can see, we go back here so we can get in here to California. We got some good readings here. We got 7.0, 7.0, 6.9, 7.1, 7.0, 7.3s, 7.0, 6.1, 6.5, 6.9, 6.9, 6.6, 7.1, 6.3, 7.0, 7.0, 6.1, 7.0, 7.0, 6.2, 6.8, 6.9, 7.0, 7.0, 6.9, 6.9. Let's go click this here, see what other readings we have. You can see these are all coming up 5.8, 6.8, 4.2, 5.5, 4.1. This one's probably going to get downgraded. 6.5, 4.2, 4.5, 3.3. Hey, Richard, Sage Pup. 3.3, we got the 7.3 here, 6.6, 6.5, 6.5, 6.4, 5.4, 7.7 is a high one. 7.5, 6.3. We got 7.7, 7.9. That's a closer to an 8. 6.1, 6.3, 6.6, 7.5, 7.5, 7.3. I'm just looking at the high end. 7.8. We got a 7.3 here. So we do have some high ones. A 7.7, 7.6, 7.4, 7.3, 7.3. We got some low fives, 6.9s, 7.3s, all the way down. So let's go see where this one's located. We are going to have aftershocks with this. So let's go see. First off, I want to look at Pacific Tsunami Warning Center. Let's see here. Or let's see if we look at it this way, and then we'll look at DART. So let's look at Data Warning Center, Data Buoy. So we do have some buoys going off here. We got one going off right here off the Mendocino. We got a water level station 46411. So we do show we have a possibility here. Let's see here, 7.0. I'm going to pull this back over here and check for information real quick. Tsunami warning was issued. Okay, so putting that back down. Oops, cancel, sorry. All right, so let's get the information, put this into Google Earth and go look at where this earthquake was located. Now remember, this morning I had pointed out some areas where I thought one might occur. So, we'll see. Yep, around that area. I was pointing because there was a quake over here, a quake over here, and I was just looking around this area. So that is around where I thought maybe one might occur. But, you know, anyway, that is on the Mendocino Fault. And also the Pacific Juan de Fuca. So, as we're watching this, one end will cause another end to move, so we need to be keeping an eye on the fault line. So what else we got? We got some information. So, our information, Humboldt County, a large earthquake struck off the coast of Humboldt County on Thursday morning, prompting a tsunami warning for part of the north coast. The warning has now been canceled. According to the U.S. Geological Survey, a quake struck around 10:44 a.m. west of Petrolia, California, in the Pacific Ocean. A tsunami warning was issued for 45 miles northwest of Eureka after. Tsunami warning expired around noon, according to the NOAA U.S. Tsunami Warning Center. The earthquake was first preliminarily registered as having a magnitude of 6.6, but USGS updated it to a 7.0. A significant apparent aftershock was registered as a 5.8 magnitude quake hit minutes later near Cobb, California and Lake County, according to USGS. Several other apparent aftershocks were also recorded minutes after the 7.0, all registering between 2.5 to 4.2 magnitude. Residents up and down Northern California coast as well as into the Central Valley reported feeling shaking. Coastal residents along the north coast were told to move to higher ground due to a tsunami warning. The Humboldt County Sheriff's Office said residents in the coastal area in the tsunami zone need to evacuate immediately. So if you are in Humboldt County, Sheriff's Office said residents in coastal areas in the tsunami zone need to evacuate immediately. San Mateo County authorities noted that the tsunami warning extends to their area. People were urged to avoid the beaches and coastlines. Bay Area rapid transit services through the Trans-Bay Tube was halted for a time but since has resumed. Emergency Operations Center activated. California Governor Gavin Newsom's office says he has been briefed on the earthquake and tsunami warning. The governor is now meeting with state emergency officials. His office says, and the California Office of Emergency Services Operations Center has been activated. And this is Governor Newsom on X. And he states California is the 5th largest economy in the world, the most populous state, and beating the heart of the American economy, and California is not backing down. Here it is in WS Bay Area, tsunami warning canceled. Tsunami message number 3, NWS National Tsunami Warning Center, Palmer AK. And it says right here, coastal areas between and including Davenport, California, 10 miles west of Santa Cruz to Douglas Lane Line, Oregon. The tsunami warning is canceled for the coastal areas of California and Oregon. No tsunami danger presently exists for this area. This will be the final U.S. National Tsunami Warning Center message for this region. Refer to the internet site tsunami.gov for more information. Okay, so Governor Newsom stated per USGS at tsunami.gov, the tsunami warning effective for California and Oregon has been canceled. Okay, so that's coming from X. All right. So that is good news. Let's see if we got any more information. Haven't seen anything. Hopefully there has been no damage so far as I can tell. I'm sure we're going to have some stories and stuff come out. So let's see what everybody's saying in chat. Hello, Nippy. The news is reporting the tsunami warning is canceled. Yes. Let's see what else we got going on here. Latest earthquakes. Let's do a real quick. We will post this real quick. I'm going to pull up earthquakes just for today in California, so we can get a listing of the earthquakes for today so y'all can see where they are and where they were located and were not. So, properties, styles, share, color. These are all of today's earthquakes, and these are all the aftershocks that are going on. As you can see here, these are all the earthquakes and aftershocks that have occurred so far. So you can see they're all occurring over here on the Mendocino and Juan de Fuca. So this is a lot of movement which is occurring here. And that is going to shake up the fault zone. Yes, you're going to continue to get aftershocks, broken fish, and it would not surprise me if you see another earthquake which is going to be an equal size to the first. That will not surprise me. As you know, when you have swarms, you get swarms up to almost the same size. So if you think about it, you're going to have swarms. This earthquake was, as they listed it, as a 6.6 at first, and then up to a 7.0. So it is possible to see an earthquake up to a 6.8 or 6.9. So I want y'all to be prepared in case it is closer to land or on land. So just be prepared, have your go bags, and be ready in case. And do not go anywhere near the ocean. Okay, just stay away from the ocean. Yes, pressure is building up and down the coast. Let me take a look at the link. Brookings, Oregon. Okay, this is what was just sent to me, and this is the that's the seismogram. And this is for Brookings, Oregon. I'm not good at reading these, broken fish, but I do understand we're looking at earthquakes and seismicity. Ron understands these a lot better than I do. All right, you guys, I just wanted to give a real quick update. Anything else that y'all want me to look at? I'm going to stay live, and I think I have Earthquake 3D running, so I was thinking we can leave Earthquake 3D up. I still have not gotten a hold of Walton yet, but as y'all can see, there is the 7.0 reading in. Let's get the other quakes on here. There you go. Everybody and their mommy was calling me and saying, hey, big quake, big quake, big quake. And I had just gotten home. And I was like, oh my God. It looks like there was a 6.4 over here. So you got the 7 over here. Those look like almost across from each other. Antipodally, Antipoodle. So may see another one here and another one over here. Was a 7.4 at first. I believe that. Okay, let me look at tsunami.gov. Yep, they said that there's no tsunami, so that is good. Thank you for posting that. Ooh. This is the biggest earthquake in a while. I'm thinking when was the last 7? It's been a while since the last 7.0 earthquake. Hang on a second, you guys. I got a phone call. Hello, my darling daughter. Hey, what's up?
I wanted to know if you would be able to help me.
Girl, how can I help you if I can't even help myself? What's up?
I just need to get cat lunch.
Maybe later. You've got money to pick it up?
Yeah.
Okay, 'cause guess what they just did to me?
Hmm.
Oh, I've got to come up and pay a fine.
For?
They said that my insurance was dropped for 3 days, so I've got a lapse on my insurance, so now I'm in a fight with the insurance company.
Oh.
I gotta pay them an insurance fine because they messed up. So now I'm waiting to speak to their what do you call it? Their head person because they dropped my insurance for 3 days when I bought the car.
Oh.
Yeah, instead of putting the insurance on my car, they dropped my insurance. Crazy people, man. So, oh, thanks, broken fish. Whoops. Okay, well, I will call you back later, okay, sweetie? All right, love you. All right, bye. Hey, Don. Don, I gave you a shiny toy. Yes, I did not realize. I am sorry, and thank you for telling me I was not muted. Oh boy. I forget this is not like my headset where, I just take it off and it stops. I need a headset. Okay, so earthquake. Okay, tsunami warning canceled. California after powerful earthquake strikes California. National Tsunami Warning Center. Let me see if I can get back to that. National Tsunami Warning Center. Um, yeah, hang on. I tried to read that. Okay, maybe I can do it this way. People along the coast of California, Oregon rushed to higher ground after a tsunami warning was issued on Thursday morning following a powerful earthquake off the west coast of the United States. Magnitude 7.0 struck off the coast of Northern California at 10:49 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, with shaking felt across the region. The epicenter was 39 miles west of Petrolia, California, and was very shallow, occurring less than 1 mile below the Earth's surface. So if it was close, then it was really felt. Moments after the earthquake, a tsunami warning was issued due to the initial fear that a destructive wave of water could surge onto the coast of California and Oregon. The warning included San Francisco Bay Area. At 11:54 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, the tsunami warning was canceled by the National Tsunami Warning Center after it was determined the earthquake did not generate a tsunami. There have already been more than 15 aftershocks of at least magnitude 2.5 or higher. The last time an earthquake of similar power struck off the coast of Northern California was nearly 2 decades ago on June 15, 2005. A magnitude 7.2 earthquake occurred in a similar area as Thursday's tremor. Tens of thousands of people reportedly felt Thursday's earthquake, with people pulling out their phones and capturing video as it unfolded. People in buildings witnessed signs and chandeliers swaying back and forth. Homeowners with pools also saw the water slosh around, occasionally spilling over the sides. There have been no immediate reports of significant damage or serious injuries. And this is also a breaking news situation, so we will continue to check to see if there's anything else. And you know, it just reminds me that it was, what, a week to 2 weeks ago? It was 3 weeks ago that a third oarfish washed up in California. So it was 3 weeks ago that one washed up in California. So I'm wondering if this has something to do with these oarfish. Okay, so just seemed to make sense. And you know, it's still posting that there is a tsunami alert. I'm looking on the news right now. Tsunami alert is still posted. Even though it says it's canceled, if you look under all, it still says alert. Let's see how USGS posted it. USGS has posted this as 7.0. Let's see what Fox Weather says. Fox Weather says a powerful 7.0 earthquake was recorded offshore off Ferndale, California, according to the U.S. Geological Survey. A tsunami warning was allowed to expire from Davenport, California to south of Florence, Oregon. So I'm looking. They're saying shaking from major earthquake was felt in Napa Valley and across San Francisco. Officials in western Berkeley issued evacuation orders for tsunami zone west of 7th Street. Emergency management South San Francisco warned residents you are in danger, get away from coastal waters. Bay Area Rapid Transportation temporarily closed Trans-Bay Tube service to and from San Francisco after the earthquake. Trains began running again before 11 a.m. PT Pacific time. And aftershocks are ongoing. These aftershocks should decrease in intensity and frequency over time, geologists said. About 10 aftershocks have already occurred at a magnitude of 5 or less. There is a small chance of aftershocks being stronger than the initial 7.0 earthquake. So let's read that again. There is a small chance of aftershocks being stronger than the initial 7.0 earthquake. And that's coming from USGS. They have also stated there is the USGS does expect more aftershocks according to the USGS aftershock forecast. There is more than a 99% chance of magnitude 3 and above aftershocks within the next week, and it is most likely that 3 to 280 of these will occur. 280 earthquakes. Y'all gonna have fun. Yes, there was a 4.2 in Utah. I did notice that as well. So let's see here. There was a 2.7 in Nevada. Wouldn't surprise me if we saw another bigger earthquake in Nevada too. But here's the 4.2. Let's go look at Utah real quick. No, it didn't. I'm still on. Well, that looks like fracking. Those are wastewater injection here. Well, that hit at a wastewater injection, and yeah, mining. Thank goodness for mining. They got a 4.2 earthquake, and guess what? That's the Black Rock Desert volcanic field. Anybody want to tell me why you're mining a volcanic field? Geothermal, anyone? Look at all this. My goodness, goodness, goodness. Okay, so all of these are the earthquakes that are ongoing and have occurred in California right now. These are all aftershocks. This is according to the USGS. There's our 7 right there. The 3, 3, 3, 2, 4. We've had some on land here. 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3.5, 3.1. What were these? That one was on the, these are on the 4th here. So these were on the 4th. That was on the 29th. The 1st. That's 8. That's the number 8. That's a shake map. 8. Yellow. So, VEI, did you feel it? 8. So that's not 7. That's the number 8. So it makes me suspect that this earthquake was bigger. This one was very shallow earthquake. Okay, so Los Angeles Times is stating a magnitude 7 earthquake about 30 miles off of Humboldt County prompted a highly unusual tsunami warning for a wide swath of Northern California coast, spurring widespread evacuations before it was canceled an hour later. The earthquake rattled large parts of the region from San Francisco and Monterey to as far away as Sacramento, Reno, and southern Oregon, and provided a stark reminder for how coastal seismicity can threaten to produce damaging tsunamis under the right circumstances. While many reported terrifying shaking in and around the Eureka area, there were no more immediate reports of severe damage or major injuries, likely owing in part to the epicenter being so far away from highly populated areas. Preliminary estimates indicate the epicenter was about 55 miles southwest of Eureka, 48 miles southwest of Fortuna, 40 miles northwest of Petrolia, and 100 miles northwest of Mendocino. But while damage from the quake itself may have been relatively light, shaking of this strength is a reminder of tsunami risk in California, particularly from nearby earthquakes that provide far less warning time to evacuate beaches and low-lying areas. Some of the most memorable, damaging, and sometimes deadly tsunamis in the last few decades occurred from earthquakes that started much farther away from land, such as Japan, Alaska, and Hawaii. The earthquake occurred at 10:44 a.m. with an epicenter under the Pacific Ocean, about 70 miles southwest of Eureka and 110 miles northwest of Mendocino. Shaking on land was quite strong in the Eureka area, said Elizabeth Cochran, seismologist with U.S. Geological Survey. The earthquake was widely felt across California's north coast. The tsunami warning was canceled just before noon. But the hour or so it was in effect was marked by intense anxiety as jurisdictions across Northern California coast issued evacuation orders for low-lying areas. BART, the commuter rail system for San Francisco Bay Area, suspended services through the underwater Trans-Bay tube connecting San Francisco and Oakland because of tsunami warning. Guests at the San Francisco Zoo near the coast were ordered to evacuate with animals secured and staff moved to higher ground. Olivia Cobian, the innkeeper at the Gingerbread Mansion, a bed and breakfast in the historic town of Ferndale, said her 1895 building looked like a war room. I have fireplaces flying forward, she said, clawfoot tubs that have been lifted off their mounts and scooched over. This is crazy. Cobian said that moments before the quake struck, she had been giving a tour of the inn to a third grade class from a local elementary school. They had just walked back to the school, she added, thank God. It's insane, she said, walking through the inn surveying the damage. Then in the background, a siren began to wail. Cobian said she had to go talk to firefighters who had appeared. The shaking at the Petrolia General Store was intense and lasted for 10 seconds, according to an employee, Caitlin Graves. It was a big earthquake. It was a lot of up and down shaking, Graves said in a phone interview. It felt like a woozy feeling you get when you're in an elevator. The shaking was so intense it knocked off several objects off shelves and multiple glass items shattered. Humboldt County Supervisor Rex Bond, whose district includes the earthquake zone, said there has been no major quake damage reported so far. Said he just talked to one of the local hospital providers and they seem to be doing okay. It's a mess. There's a lot of stuff off the shelves, but that seemed to be the extent of the damage at this point. Bond said the earthquake hit the Scotia and Rio del Matol Valley region of the Humboldt County, almost exactly the same location that an earthquake hit in 2022. It was a sudden jolt and it rolled out. The 2022 trembler, a magnitude 6.4, struck near Eureka, killing 2 and injuring 11 people. The powerful jolt caused widespread power outages and damage. The force of the shaking shattered windows, sent objects flying, and damaged at least one historic bridge in the small community south of Eureka. Steve Wells, a spokesman for the Fort Bragg Fire Department, said shaking in the small coastal town was minimal and no damage had been reported. He said out of precaution, many residents were moving their boats out of the harbor in case of a sea swell. In the community of Manila on Humboldt Bay, Jennifer Savage said she and her neighbors felt a long rolling quake. People are pretty freaked out, said Savage, who works at the Sulfrider Foundation. When a quake hit, a crew of workers from the Pacific Gas and Electric Company were perched high in the air working on power lines. Can you imagine being high in the air? They swayed in the sky during the quake. Oh, no, I'm afraid of heights, and even being up that high, I'd be freaking out. The tsunami warning also prompted the evacuation of the San Francisco Zoo. Guests have been evacuated, animals secured, and staff have been moved to higher ground, the zoo posted on social media. According to the preliminary shaking data from the U.S. Geological Survey, very strong shaking may have been felt in the towns of Petrolia and Ferndale. Very strong shaking, as defined by the modified Mercalli intensity scale, can cause chimneys to break and cause considerable damage in poorly built and badly designed structures. The U.S. Geological Survey said strong shaking may have been felt in Eureka. Generally speaking, strong shaking can cause heavy furniture to move and cause plaster to fall. In the past 10 days, there have been 2 earthquakes of magnitude 3.0 or greater centered nearby. An average of 5 earthquakes of magnitude between 7.0 and 8.0 occur per year in California and Nevada, according to a recent 3-year data sample. Let me read that again. An average of 5 earthquakes with magnitudes between 7.0 and 8.0 occur per year in California and Nevada, according to a recent 3-year data sample. Well, I didn't know that. Anybody else know that? Because I sure didn't know that, and I've been watching earthquakes for quite a long time. So, I don't know where that data comes from. The earthquake occurred at a depth of 6.2 miles. Find out what to do before and during an earthquake. Okay, so anyways, that was something that that came from the Los Angeles Times. I haven't seen that big a earthquake. The last one I remember was in Ridgecrest, but that was a while back. Hello, George. Yes, the tsunami alerts have been canceled. For all of y'all checking in, they have been canceled. I still wouldn't go anywhere near the water. It is possible that there will be an equal size earthquake. There could be earthquakes that are up to the size of the earthquake that has happened. It is possible still. So I would stay away from the ocean if possible and be prepared if you live in California. And thank you to everybody who messaged me, texted me, called me, and reached out to me to let me know that there had been a 7.0 earthquake. Please remember to like, subscribe, share. Trying to get this information out here for you guys. I'm not going to stay on the air too long. I just wanted to be there for the people that have gotten a big earthquake today and may want somewhere to come to discuss it amongst yourselves and be able to hang out and talk and get information. That is important at this time. And hopefully that this information will get to those who need it. All right, you guys. I'm going to leave this up for a few minutes, and if I get some more information, I will come back on. I'm going to mute my microphone. I know what I wanted to say. Hopefully, all of you that are in California right now are okay and okay nerve wise. I know I would be a little bit shook up if I knew that a 7.0 had just occurred in my state, and I would be worrying. But I want you to take a deep breath, collect yourselves, stay calm, stay focused. Remember to be prepared, have a plan, and you're going to be okay. Remember to be prepared. Being prepared is the first thing you need to do. Remember your go bags, remember your water, remember everything that needs to be in those go bags. Just in case one of these earthquakes, if it's big enough, hits land and knocks out electric and causes big damage, you want to be prepared. And this is what we've been talking about for a while now. My channel, Ron's channel, and other channels. And all we can do is talk and tell you what you need to do and what you can do. But only you can make those things happen. We can just be there for you. That is all we can do. Check out planetary alignment right now. Looks very interesting. Hello from Stockton, California. Everything is all good here. That's awesome. Thanks, Joel. Welcome to chat, Joel. Heather, how you doing? You're a little shook up. Hugs. I checked my neighbors and the structure of my apartment complex. I'm glad you're okay. I was thinking about you. I had people calling me, and I was on the phone, and I was like, this has got to be important because I was on the phone taking care of something that was really important, and people were calling me from Facebook, and I'm like, what the heck's going on? I finally saw it. I was like, oh my God, a 7.0 earthquake in California. Hey, Heather, big hugs. I wish I could tell you it was going to happen today. I know I was looking at the earthquakes this morning in California. I pulled them up and I said I was looking at it and I'd gone over and I said, well, I expect there might be an earthquake, and I didn't say anything else. So that was on my live stream this morning, but I would never have suspected a 7.0 this morning. Well, that was not in the details or in the cards. We love you too, Heather. If YouTube gives y'all an ad, I'm sorry, but YouTube is out to give ads to people, so I don't know if mine's as bad as Ron's channel, but if you get an ad, feel free to number it up. Much love, Richard. That's a big earthquake. You don't get adverts, you pay ransom. That's funny. Pay the ransom. I get the advertisements. I'm too broke to pay for the ransom. Oh my goodness. That would have been interesting. A shower and an earthquake. That would have been a shakeup. Everything else good so far, Hurricane? Just remember, slippers by the bed, bug out bag by the door. Where'd the earthquakes go? They just dropped off. Oh, there they are. All right, be right back. Okay, I'm looking for some more information for you guys. Okay, apparently there is a posting that states that the highest alert for San Francisco Bay Area is for a 5.0 to 6.5 for the next 48 hours. The geysers experienced so far at 11:30 a.m. 48 earthquakes in the last 90 minutes, and including an M5.8 in the middle of it. That is posted on one of our chats. Okay, so I'm looking for more information. So I'm going to say that California is probably going to see another 6 to possible 6.5 earthquake. I'm going to range maybe to a 6.8. I'm going to gander. Because every time I've seen a swarm after a major earthquake, and this one started as a 6.6 and was upgraded to a 7.0. But every time that I've seen a swarm after a major earthquake, we've always seen at least one earthquake which is equal to the size of the earthquake. So we should be seeing and possibly an earthquake up to a 6.8, 6.9. So I would say just be prepared, and hopefully it won't be on land. Cyprus region had a 4.2. I wonder, hang on, let's see what the antipode of California is. So that's 7.0 earthquake. I'm going to pull up the antipode map. Oh, I've got an upset little girl. Sounds like she wants McDonald's, but nobody can afford that around here. Okay, so here's the antipode map. Let's put in offshore Northern California for the earthquake, and let's see what the antipode is. The antipode for this earthquake is, guess where? Off of South Africa. So it's over here off of this island. So let's look. So it is over here off of Madagascar. Over here. And guess where we had that big earthquake at? Over here. So that's where that 6 was at that one time, but there was an earthquake that was here before. And there was an earthquake here the other day. If anybody remembers, we were talking about that earthquake. What was it? Yesterday or the day before there was an earthquake right here. And somebody had asked me about that. So that's a possibility. That could be the antipode right there. That area right there is the Anna de Koenig Seamount. Yep, that's Madagascar. You're right. But when we look for antipode, we always look 30 degrees antipode for the earthquake that caused it. So it could also be an earthquake over here, which caused it. Could be an earthquake here. As long as it's 30 degrees antipode of the earthquake, then it causes an earthquake 30 degrees antipode. So this is the earthquake here. Anywho, you guys, I think I have given as much information as I can give. I hope that y'all are doing well. Please be prepared. Please be safe. If anything else happens, I will come back on at a moment's notice and give you more update. I love each and every one of you. Thank you, Dawn, for being here. Thank you, George. Thank you, Richard. Heather, please be safe. Broken Fish, please be safe. To those that are living out on the West Coast, please be prepared. And much love to each and every one of you. And I will see you on the next video or update. Please remember to hit the like and subscribe button. When you hit the subscribe button, remember to hit the bell and select all. That way you will get a notification of when I go live. Thank you, Joel. I appreciate it. Anyways, you guys, much love and God bless, and I will see you on the next one.